Reports in our Express on the catwalk shows at the Milan Fashion Week. Now we're going to have more of a behind-the-scenes look at the Italian fashion capital's busiest time of the year. We accompanied Kai Margranda and his colleagues from the magazine Glamour. As you can imagine from the name, the magazine is all about fashion and the newest trends. So the team there have to rush from one event to the next. Euromaxx tagged along for the ride.
Photo shoots at every corner. 12 hours of fashion shows a day. Celebrities in abundance. And glamorous parties that go on until morning. And in between, there's time to make an appearance at the showrooms of major designers. Fashion director Kai Margranda of Glamour magazine has brought his entire crew to the Milan Fashion Week to gather inspiration for the upcoming issues.
Milan has the most glamorous and established fashion houses. Italian style still sets the tone for the rest of the world, and everyone simply wants to be a part of it.
The Prosecco flows freely between the shows. Margranda is here in Milan for the 22nd time. He's just flown in from New York. This year, the Milan designers are presenting collections drenched in colour and romance. But behind the scenes, there's no time for romance.
Milan is always the most stressful of the 3 weeks. I do New York, Milan and Paris. And the schedule at Milan is the most packed. You run from one show to the next, get constantly stuck in traffic. Paris is a bit more relaxing, and New York is really calm in comparison.
But Milan has the best cappuccino. An editorial meeting Italian style to take initial stock.
We always ask what works for Glamour, what fits our magazine. I take notes on pieces I want to photograph later. I usually think about the upcoming season, the photographers I want to hire, and locations for our shoots.
Kai Margranda often gets his best ideas in the showrooms, not at the fashion shows. Like here at the Dolce & Gabbana showroom. There's time for networking and for a few try-ons.
At the shows, you're not sitting right next to the runway. Here you can touch the clothes, you can study the workmanship, details like this sash, for example. At a show, I wouldn't know if this bow is attached to the dress or if it's a separate element, like here.
The accessories are also important. The leather designer Tod's is presenting a new collection at the Museum of Modern Art. But unlike most exhibitions, this time the guests may touch the creations.
The tactile experience is important, especially with accessories and bags. What does it feel like? How does it move? Can you scrunch it up?
The handbag is the main event. Hollywood diva Gwyneth Paltrow is here for a commercial, and that's reason enough for a mega party with 1,500 guests. Kai makes a brief appearance before leaving. He's got to be back at the catwalks early the next morning. The designer, Roberto Cavalli, is a must-see, with his elegant mix of eros and romanticism.
Cavalli is always super sexy, and this time he's also a bit kitschy, but in a good way. I like the pieces that reminded me of lace paper doilies, with those little flounces in the back. Very, very sexy, very interesting. It's absolutely perfect for Glamour magazine.
After 5 days of non-stop fashion, he's already able to spot a few trends in the making.
I love that the silhouette is getting a bit softer again. It's all much more feminine, playful. We're moving away from that aggressive, stern, futuristic look that dominated last season and getting back to a real womanly look.
And after Milan, next week in Paris will be a walk in the park.